side voice. I hear these youngins by the slang that I bid first, and I can't even get no credit for it. That shit hurt. Yeah, we been nerds, not the type to use big words. Still down to throw you if you throwing a fist first. Fail face, but every now and then I don't get curved. Still in the broken hearted that we get what we deserve. Freak show, they staring and don't ask for no pictures. Cause I'm a giant man like I'm Fishburne. Maybe cause I'm hotter than the grease with a fish burn. We're slacking now, I'm putting in that work like an intern. I probably won't gain lives like trading in your system. The game stop. Don't really rap about what I ain't got. Been me since back when I could fit in the tank top. You think I'm ever changing? I think not. Hit the taco truck and I can show you the flame spots. They only taking cash and now I'm making the bank stop. Think cock, don't say a word, just open that safe lock. Now I'm playing the ATM, broken the rank wide. Raindrops falling on my head. I hate cops, ain't talking to the feds. Zombie mode on a rocky road, walking like I'm dead. Need to pick me up that I will eat the chocolate with the bread. Still trash, just now me in my pockets getting fed. That's real rap, now I can pay for guac without a sweat. You feel that? Playlist full of Indian drill trap. Problems, I got 99 on me, I'm Lil Sap. But fucking never cried over spilled paps. Never crying over who spilled that. Young medicine man, and I'm looking to peel caps. Yeah. Put on the beat and I will snap. Put on the beat, I'ma kill that.
Ryne Radio is brought to you in part by Cerna Cigars. If you want to burn like a star, smoke a Cerna cigar. Premium hand-rolled blunts with the glass tips, and it should be powered by Fresh Coast Cannabis. Make sure you follow both Fresh Coast Cannabis and Cerna Cigars on Instagram and let them know that Ryne Radio sent you.
Woo! Greetings and salutations, all my little sharkies. My name is Richard Spudguy III. That's right. You may know my daddy. You may know my granddaddy. But you may not know me. You see, I am the new benefactor of the counterproductive YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. And I have hired Ryne Radio to host my New Year's Eve Cavalcade 2021 show, baby. So while you're stuck inside because of COVID this year for New Year's, fear not. Because Ryne and all of his little musical friends are going to be hosting a bunch of music videos and live performances and rap battles, and I don't know. He assures me my money is being well spent. That's all I need to know, ladies and gentlemen. All proceeds of this live show will be donated to Adopt My Block Dog Rescue. So kick back, enjoy us from the comfort of your own home, ladies and gentlemen, and know that we're taking care of some dogs in the process. Welcome in 2021 in style with Richard Spudguy in the New Year's Eve Cavalcade.
Oh shit!
Damn. That
Oh shit!
Fucking...
It's too good. Like when I was cutting it, I was just like, I can just like cut it here, but
Nah.
the funk demanded it.
Let it ride.
Let it ride.
Let it ride.
What would Bootsy Collins do?
Otherwise, you can't do the like fucking running in place. Like,
Yeah.
it's fucking just breaking windows in an abandoned factory and shit.
I hate you, Dad. Doing gymnastics in the woods.
Free.
Fuck yeah, man.
What's up?
Episode fucking 100.
Damn.
Ryne Radio.
Damn.
Look who it is, folks.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
I shouldn't have left you. No, man, 100 fucking episodes of Ryne motherfucking Radio. That's
Yeah.
wild, man.
Thank you,
It's
sir.
time flies when you're fucking chasing dogs around. I'll tell you what. And I've been doing a lot of that.
Yeah, I mean, well, I definitely went way super fucking ham. And, you know, like most people only do a show, you know, once or twice a week.
Oh yeah, you're the best.
At a certain point, I was just like, fuck it, let's see how much of this I can do.
Nah, you're the best. You like out of everyone that's ever had the opportunity to take the reins and like do whatever they want, because you know, like anybody who's been around knows, like, I've never been like shy about offering that. Like, do a show, do something. You know what I mean? Most people get to fucking like an episode or 2 or 10. You got that 100. So you're definitely the winner of the fucking game, man. And I'm sitting back like watching it and enjoying the fuck out of it. Just glad that the channel is still active and existing. And I see fucking homies. I see Pixie, what's good? Be Nasty in this bitch. Mandrew, my guy. Fuck off. Wow. Just a lot of familiar handles there and some faces that I know too. So what's up, fuckers?
Absolutely. No, man. Fucking it's been a wild ass fucking ride. Like, you know, initially we were doing I was doing this show fucking with other folks, and then, you know, we had the studio, but then the fucking coronavirus happened. And you know, I mean, this space opened up, so that was kind of cool. So like there was that silver lining, but you know,
I think anything that like you could have accomplished this year, anybody, is pretty fucking amazing, because this is like an off year for everybody. Everything was harder. For us doing the dog rescue shit, it was a lot harder to get shit done. And I know like just having any form of entertainment right now is like fucking paramount. I watched through so much shit on fucking streaming, you know what I mean? Just like trying to keep myself busy during this time when we can't go out. And I'm always have been somebody who spent my whole life like out in the world. So, like I said, man, it's quite an accomplishment to be able to get anything done this year. And you've been able to fucking bang out 100 episodes of this bitch and keep the channel alive. We actually did some battles and shit.
Yeah,
pretty fucking impressive.
Fuck, I think all throughout the year since even January, I think it's like 50 something battles or something.
That's fucking
like that.
crazy, man.
It's somewhere between 30 to 50.
Yeah, you probably did more battles this year than we did some of the years when we were just being lazy.
I mean, you know, not all of them were great.
They were all great.
They're all great, but
they
like
were all fucking
some of them
great.
I like fucked up the cuts or whatever, and then they just come back in, and people be like, "Oh, it's because that motherfucker was saying this about this other motherfucker," and no. I'm like, nah, I just don't have a backup cameraman at the current moment.
No doubt. I made motherfuckers run a whole round all the way back just because I was like making announcements at the last battle and shit.
Which I did love, because then you were like, hey, it was better because the second time around you were more amped up and you wanted it, which was true, actually.
Yeah, we should like make a little like fake a mistake every time.
Fake a mistake.
Make these fools run it back twice. Everybody, the audience is more engaged. They're like fucking reciting the bars with them. It's pretty fucking tight.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, so fucking, yeah, it has been a crazy ass year. You've been saving the fucking pups.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm just trying to do my best. It's overwhelming, and like
it's turning into a full-time job though, for sure.
100%. And like we were saying downstairs, I have like the unfortunate habit of diving headfirst into things that I might not be like 100% prepared for or like aware of how to do. So I kind of, you know, we started out this time last year, I think, just like making dog houses and shit.
Yeah.
And then it went really, you know.
And you'd be like driving all the way out to Fresno just to drop off a dog house and shit.
Yeah. And then, you know, happened to pick up a dog while I was there, and then picked up a few more dogs.
Shit,
and it just like it snowballed. And I was just saying right now, I have 11 dogs at my house. So
allegedly.
Allegedly. I don't know. Allegedly,
it's a common phrase around.
No shit. I'm with that. We'll tag that on there. So allegedly, I have 11 dogs at my house right now. 5 puppies, like fucking babies, and then I have Ollie and Sadie, which are like my long-term medical cases. Yeah. Sadie is usually with a foster, but her foster's on vacation right now. And we do, for some of like our more difficult dogs, we do boarding. So we board some of the dogs that are dog aggressive. I don't want to see these dogs end up in a situation where they bite someone in a boarding situation and then they have to get, you know, put in quarantine and all sorts of. It's terrible when a dog bites a person if somebody wants to take legal action. Yeah. And it's really just a matter of like, if you know the dog and you know, and like I said, I have hella dogs in my house. I don't let them interact. I have space for all of the dogs. I give the dogs all their time, if we're boarding a dog, you know, like Sadie's, she's, you know, if you put a dog in boarding, typically it would get like a walk a day, and they're going to feed it 2 times, probably check on it 3 times. I'm, you know, walking Sadie, you know, every couple of hours, go out and engage with her, spend time with her. I'll just hang out with her. I have work to do in the garage, so I'll hang out with her in there. And so it's like a better situation than a boarding situation anyways. And I like doing it. I like getting to spend time with these dogs that we've rescued, especially like ones like Sadie, who were a fucking mess when they came in, and now they're like a happy, healthy looking dog. That shit just, that's my favorite shit to do. Like the puppies, like hanging out with the puppies, this is the coolest shit in the world. It's all the like in between, and having like how you never, there's always a dog crying. Like there's always a dog like, what the fuck?
Damn.
It's my turn. You know what I mean? So you just bounce from one dog to the next dog, and that shit becomes nerve wracking, and you get exhausted and you get frustrated. But like, it's just these in between periods. But when you're actually doing this shit, like it's fucking awesome, you know?
No, you know, and I think that's like, you know, how it is with most like, you know, passion projects, or not even plastic projects. I don't want to put that label on it.
No,
It's
yeah.
insecure,
No.
But you know what I mean? Like just things that you are passionate about, to where it's just like,
it's a lot like rap, in the sense that like everything besides making the music and performing the music kind of sucks. You know what I mean?
but when you're in the moment, it's the greatest shit in the world, for sure.
Exactly.
'Cause,
Well, those like the moments of like making it, and the moments of, you know, performing it, make all the other bullshit worth it. You know what I mean? And like how much you love that shit, it decides how long you're going to do it for, you know, because the other shit is more. There's more of that. Like I always said, when we go on tour, it's fucking, you know, 90% of the time it's trash. You're either in transit, or you're, you know, sleeping not in your own bed, waiting to check into a hotel, eating fast food for the millionth time, or just not what you're used to eating. And then there's like these brief moments of like when you're performing at the show, when you're like selling merch at the booth and like hanging out with your friends, and like that really makes up 10 to 20% of the whole fucking tour. The rest of the tour is all the work shit. So like that 20% better be pretty fucking good, or else you're never going to want to go on tour again after you do one. So like that's the same thing with the dog shit. It's like if you're not getting a lot out of the like getting these dogs into homes and getting to see them thrive, and knowing that like that wasn't going to be possible without you intervening, like then doing the work is going to be fucking, you'll quit. You know what I mean? Like, and I've certainly like hit the wall with it a few times this year, and had to like kind of like, okay, I can't do it this way. Like I can't just not sleep, or like I can't, you know, just be, you know, walking 15 miles a day, like all these things that like, it's like I have to take a day to rest, you know, but it's like you can't. There's a dog that needs to move. So I've had to like kind of readjust the formula, and I figure I'm going to keep doing that as long as I do this for. Like I'll just get better and learn lessons and make mistakes. That's kind of like the whole fucking thing. So
yeah, no, and that's always one of the main reasons why I fucked with you very heavily from the jump, because you've always been somebody that's always been about like independent hustle and grind, but also just like do you want to do this kind of an idea. Like that's such a simple phrase, but people really don't understand like the depth of what that means to like truly live up to that. Like, do you want to do this? And like I've had times where like, you know, for lack of a better word, I've been a fucking pussy, or like I've like my bitch moments where I'll even like hit you to be like, hey, fucking, should I be doing this right? And then like, which in hindsight now that they're doing all this shit, it sounds hilarious as fuck, because you're just probably like, I don't know, man. Do you want to do this?
Yeah, I know exactly like that. Yeah, dude. I mean,
and for me, I'm like,
sure.
I don't know. Do I want to do it? And like, I'm having some weirdo fucking moment somewhere, you know? But it's just like, nah, man. Like, it's as simple as that. And it's just like, it doesn't have to be like really, like people make shit a little bit more complicated like that. But it's like, as in terms of like, do you want to do this? You've always been a big proponent of throwing yourself all in. And you've said that downstairs, just like when you do get involved in something, you just dive yourself all the way into it.
Well, the thing is like at the end of the day, you're either gonna realize you ain't cut out for the shit and quit, or move on, which I don't think is like the worst fucking thing in the world, is like realizing you ain't built for some shit and then not doing it. It sounds terrible when you say it like that, but I guess it's more important to just try shit, you know? And I guess, I don't know. I just tried the same thing for a long time. So it seems like I didn't like quit, but it's like I said, the whole time we were making music, the whole time, and you know, obviously we're still doing it with the DDA shit. Yeah. The whole time we were running the YouTube channel, I was doing the same thing. I was making mistakes constantly and then readjusting the formula and just trying to make it work in a way that was like not so that it was fun enough to do it still. You know what I mean? So like, I like at no point did I like master anything or was I like, I was constantly quitting things like, but I just kept doing the same shit, but we're just changing how I did it. You know what I mean?
But you just never really just completely left it. It would just be more of like, let's just break all the windows in this fucking place, but then come back like, all right, let's pick up all the glass. Let's put in some new windows.
Yeah.
Let's make it look a little bit better.
Let's give
the walls a new paint job.
Yeah, man. Work with what you fucking got, basically. And like, okay, well, how are we going to make it? Didn't work that way. How are we going to make it work the next way? Mike fucking Hawk, what's good? It would be crazy if you got a dog for me. Honestly, it's not that hard. Apply. And if you're fit for the dog that you're applying for, then I'm gonna put it with you because like we ultimately want to find these dogs homes. It does. I have like got to the point where I'm letting people down or like making people angry because they want to adopt a specific puppy and so does 20 other people. And you know, I'm not really, I try to be as like first come first serve about it as possible, but at the same time we're trying to find the best home for each dog. So like little things might just be like, oh well, this dog might not be the best dog for you. This dog might do better in a different situation. At the same time, like I've been entirely wrong about shit before too. That big American Staffordshire Terrier Blue that we had. Oh man, Blue, I love that fucking dog. Oh, his name is Moose now, by the way. I thought that dog could only be owned by like a fucking alpha male who could just put it in its place, because that dog was constantly testing me. Like every day was just like, oh, who's the boss? You know what I mean? And like I fucking love that dog because he was also like he learned really quick. He learned a lot quicker than like a lot of other dogs I've worked with, and he taught me a lot about how to work with dogs in general and like what they, you know, how quickly their focus can change and like how you can manipulate that and get dogs to do what you want. And ultimately a lot of dogs, especially like pit bulls, they just want to make you happy. So if you can figure out a way for them to make you happy, then it's an easy fucking system. But getting there, it takes a lot of patience, and you have to understand that like you're going to get tested from time to time. But that person who ended up adopting this dog is like a 5'4" chick, you know. She's a vet tech though, and she's, you know, like, she has that air of like, I know how to command a big dog. I don't know. She just did it, and like I had 2 people return that dog to me, you know, after it was abandoned. So essentially 3 people returned that dog, and I was completely wrong. So I'm not always 100% right about like I might be wrong. I could be wrong. Like maybe having a toddler and a small dog isn't a problem. But at the same time, like if you have a toddler, like you really want a small dog, maybe I'll just give it to the person who doesn't have a toddler, because kids don't know how to be handling small dogs, and small dogs get hurt really fucking easy. And I'm just like operating on what information I have in the world, and in that you end up letting people down, and that sucks. But you know, you got to do what's best for the dogs at the end of the day. I'm not a human rescue. I'm a fucking dog rescue. So I'll continue to let people down if it means I'm putting dogs in the homes that they belong in, you know?
Yeah, no, for sure, man. And somehow on the back end of all of this too, you've been busy as fuck with all the fucking DDA fucking shit.
That shit keeps me sane. I mean, I love making the music, and we've never had such a positive response from any of the music we've ever made. Like, I've never been able to like of all the years of like being DirtbagDan and making music as DirtbagDan, I kind of like, I cultivated as big of an audience as I felt like I could have through the battle rap stuff. And I may have like, I mean, I could have done better, I'm sure. It's like, it's just saying like, I did as good as I possibly could have done. Well, probably not. I did pretty fucking good though. And I was able to
I felt like you were ahead of the curve on a lot of things in terms of like fucking going more internationally to get known in different pockets, you know, always wearing like a sponsorship fucking shirt or wherever the fuck, you know, like, you know, you were streaming your shit on Twitch at first, like you know, I stopped it now, but like now look at fucking everybody's like on Twitch, like
I know, I definitely, yeah, that's funny, huh? It's like there's always like I could definitely look at anything and everything that we've done at the channel and be like, oh yeah, like we pioneered everything. But it was just me, like I said, making mistakes, trying shit, realizing shit wasn't working, moving on to the next thing. It's really hard to say that like that's a pioneer move.
Not pioneer move, but it's just like it, you know, sparks a little shit. Like you can see now.
Oh well, yeah. It's like, I hope that that inspired anybody who ended up doing it right at the end of the day. Yeah. I know that in most instances, people just ended up falling on those like avenues, just like I did. You know, it just happened to be afterwards. You know, and like some people were just equipped to do the shit better. But like with the battle rap and DirtbagDan, it was a pretty. Felt like there was a ceiling, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. At some point, like, I felt like I would make music that I was really like proud of, like not only like sonically, like if this is a good sounding fucking song, but also like I wrote my ass off in this, and I always felt like there was gonna be a reaction towards it to where people were like, oh, that's DirtbagDan, let me hear this shit. And you know what I mean? Instead of like hearing it and then being like, oh, that's Dan? Oh, cool. You know what I mean? Like that who I was as a battle rapper and like a fucking internet personality kind of always came in front of the music 100% of the time. So like when we started doing the DDA stuff, having it presented to a different audience, that and essentially like we were making a version of the kind of music that they liked, trying to do our version of it, like adding what we could add to it, and like looking at the landscape and going, okay, like I fucking love this about this, and like this is what we do well, and this is what we could add to this. So rather than like just trying to like emulate a different kind of music or like just weasel our way into a scene, I was like, let's see what, you know, we had goals. We were like, we want to work with these fucking producers, and we want these beats, and we want our shit to sound this way. And never have I ever been able to like achieve those goals as quickly than with the Death Dealer shit. Just like quick, like we got the sound we wanted, we were able to connect with the people we wanted to, and now we're like embedded in this scene, and not as DirtbagDan and Reverse Live. Like almost nobody who listens to the music that like listens to it just as fans of music, not as like fans of us, knows who we are. Yeah. Almost nobody even takes that effort to that extra step to go, oh, like who is this? Because that ain't what it's about, man. It's just a fucking song, and that's all ultimately like what I always wanted, was to like make music that just sat on its own.
That's honestly exactly like what I explain to people when I try to explain what the whole premise is. Hey, Ava, fucking when I explain your guys' whole shit, because it's just me personally, I've never really been about like, I've had favorite bands that I don't know who the fucking singer is. I can very easily Google this information, but I don't care.
Why?
I just listen to the music.
That's such a battle rap ass thing to do, to like need to know everything about the artist. Like, or like like that's how I was when I was like a fucking kid. But like as an adult, it's like, is that song's cool? Like, maybe, man, like how, I don't know how fucking good something has to be for me to like want to go down that rabbit hole of like, who are these fucking people? But now I think almost more like I like the mystery, you know what I mean? And like not knowing, and I love like anything that's like that, any kind of music that like is like fucking feels like it's hiding in something else. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's a weird way to fucking describe shit. But I genuinely enjoy the process of making this music because I know it's not going to be judged as something I made. It's just going to be some music first for some people. And that's like, that was, fuck, man. I spent a decade making music and that wasn't possible.
It's actually crazy as fuck knowing y'all and listening to this because I know what the concept of it is, but I know y'all. So I always do try to look at it from a perspective of like, I'm just stumbling, like, you know, I'm listening to fucking, I'm looking through the similar artist tab on Spotify or whatever. And I come across, I'm like, what the fuck? I would just be like, what the fuck is this shit? Especially just because it's like, oh man, I mean, there's a lot of tracks because it's like, you guys do a lot of shit that triggers just like every bit of my nostalgia from growing up, like how I grew up for sure. Like, especially like songs like Pass the Brew. Like, I play that shit almost like every fucking outro of this fucking show. Like,
yeah, shouts out to Akoza, man.
Dude, that shit is the fucking jam, dude. Like, that just reminds me of all the old fucking like Bay Area slappers that my fucking dad would fucking play me like growing up and shit. Like,
yeah, there's definitely like some of those songs have such a particular vibe to them. And like all the producers that we've worked with have been able to like find that. Originally with Sloom, it was like we were taking these like just loops and then we'd take them to Paxton and Paxton would kind of like build a beat out of the loop and then we'd be able to like make a song out of it. And then when we like the evolution of that was like working with Cemetery Chips, and then he would take some of the Javon stuff and then some of his own stuff. And then, you know, it's more like he has way more of like a mind for composing music. Ultimately, Paxton was always like the guy who like put it in a very like listenable box. Like he made everything sound like amplified. And I think that's one of the things that when we were like, what can we bring to this music, is a lot of like the like funk, like PHONK shit is very lo-fi. And that's tight. I love that shit. I like when my speakers sound like they're fucking broken all the time.
Yeah.
But it would also be tight
when it's like that clean version of it. No, I know what you mean already.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
I already know what you're going for. Like, because like, and I fucking wish, like, I kind of grew up having like a system in my car, and I don't have one right now. But like, oh man, I wish I had that shit like when I was driving around.
Definitely, like that was home. A part of my young life was like this shit slapping out the trunk, and so like that's always been important to me. Is like, how can we get our music to sound like anything else, like anything, like the highest quality of shit. And so that, and like having like bars in embedded, and not having our vocals be super kind of like lo-fied out, but more like clear. And it's funny because some people's reaction to that is like, how come I can hear the lyrics more than the beat? And it's like, not really. Like, you're just not used to hearing the lyrics. You're not
used to hearing a motherfucker actually being able to rap like that.
Well, anymore. but like that, I mean,
and over some shit like that.
But I think more that like a lot of like times, the producers and the engineers, a lot of times the people that are engineering are the producers, and sometimes it's the producer and the rapper that's engineering, and ultimately they're just trying to make like a solid sound. And where you could sacrifice if you're not working in a crazy fucking studio and you don't have like all the equipment that like Paxton does, or the know-how, is that, you know, you can find like a way to pitch your voice tonally that like fits the vibe of the song. And I like I said, like I'm genuinely a fan of that shit. I'm not here to like say our shit's better or like knock that shit at all. I think that that's the inspiration for what we do, and like what we're trying to do is like do our version of that. Our version of that happens to be like trying to nail the production down a little cleaner, and then have like some kind of quotable like bars in there, and that comes from the battle rap shit. But it's completely like, you know,
because there's a power to that punchline when you know how to build them up, and when you guys had so much experience in battle rap for so long, like that, there's that power to that.
And there's some dudes that bar the fuck out, like our buddy Ned Bundy, a guy that we were able to work with when we did the live Doom Shop thing, he's like, he just has these little like fucking bars in there, and like, yeah, that's what we're trying to do, is to have that shit that, you know, not only does it sound good and like put you in that mode, but you also may have that little carry away of like little bar that you're fucking saying later in the car and shit. You know what I mean? Some clever shit. So that's ultimately like the goal with the DDA shit. And I feel like we've been able to achieve that, especially in working with Akoza, because he was one of the dudes that we were like, we need to work with that dude. Like fucking years ago, like when we started doing this shit. And ultimately he's one of the dudes like in that scene that is like a founder of that shit. So to be able to work with him and then like do our version of what he's been doing together has been like the best shit, like the most inspiring like time as a musician for me, which is fucking crazy because it's during COVID. So it's like we can't even do shows. We've done 2 Death Dealer shows and they were fucking sick mosh pits, fucking amazing. So like I'd love to get back to that, and I can't wait to.
One day.
I think we're just going to, like, over the next, you know, this last year and over the next year and however long it takes till the world achieves some form of normality. It's like, obviously, shit's never going back to normal, but, like, or how we used to be.
Yeah.
But, like, to be able to go to a live show and feel like you could fucking smash your elbow against another dude's fucking neck when we get there. Yeah. It's like hopefully we'll have.
It's gonna be like 9/11, towards it's like 9/11 happened, and then we got TSA after a while. You know?
Yeah,
and
like, you just got used to having to take off your shoes at the airport.
Yeah, so there's gonna be a thing, but then you're gonna be able to do things like normal again.
Yeah. So like when we're there, hopefully we've built up enough of like a mini cult to be able to take the show on the road.
There's already a weird thing at my work. Fucking. When I go to work, they're supposed to ask us like this like rundown of like, do you feel sick or whatever the fuck and anything like that. There's supposed to be like 4 or 5 questions, and nobody even like bothers even saying no anymore. We just walk because you're supposed to say no, and then you say your employee ID number, so no one even says anything. We just walk up and then just go like 453 no, and then we just walk in. I'm just like, this feels very Grapes of Wrathy in here right now. Like,
yeah, no doubt. Like
I said that one day, and everyone was like, "Huh?" I'm like, I guess it's early.
It's nothing. It's a book. You wouldn't, you know. But what's up, Blue?
Yeah, no, all the folks are up in here.
So
right
yeah,
now.
I mean, Akoza, that's where he's from, is Houston.
Yeah,
and I think he told me he went and DJ'd a show. I know, Texas, they're doing stuff. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Like, is it like that right now? Because like we're right. Like, shit's as bad now here as it was when we were doing this shit last March.
Yeah.
Like there, and I guess worse because like we're at like 0% hospital bed capacity.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's jobs are shut down. No one can
Blue
work.
says shows popping here.
Yeah, so I don't know like if it's still, or if they're also like experiencing that second wave of fucking people didn't give a fuck and went and got on planes for the holidays.
Yeah.
And now everyone's dying again. So I've been keeping my fucking circle small and wearing a mask and not like, I don't hang out with a lot of people. I don't hang out with almost anybody. I don't really go to too much shit, and when I do, I try to be, you know, safe about it. Clearly it's like, I just want this shit to be over, and I don't think that like pretending it's not happening is gonna help. So and I'm busy. I'm fucking busy. So damn, Blue said 97 days sober.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Congratulations, Blue. That's wild. I wonder what the world looks like to you.
He says on my New Year's Eve special he'll be 100 days.
That's wild. 100 days. Congrats to you. Seriously was considering fucking like not smoking weed next year. Just maybe taking a fucking year off of smoking weed. I've never done that my whole life. But I guarantee you I'm going to smoke like a fucking when I wake up in the morning on the 1st. I'm going to be like, yeah, but I'll just cut back. I just like smoking weed a lot. And I like,
see, that's my problem too.
It's a firm addiction happening there for sure. It's like, I guess like I've just settled with my vices.
I've had times where I have quit and then I just be like working out and shit like that. But I just know it calms me down. And I've also had times where I could smoke and still be as productive when I smoke too, to where I'm just like,
the thought that I could be better is upsetting to me, especially since like time is running out on that. Like physically, like I can't be better for too much longer. So like, did I like run the clock on like my ability to be a healthy dude, like just to feel like the man for like a year maybe? Like I don't know. Like I said, I'm busting like fucking 10-15 miles a day, dude. The boy is in shape, but I smoke like a fucking, I'm smoking Belushis.
True.
I smoke dumb.
Okay, well,
weed.
yeah, see, but that's the
smoke
problem.
Dumb weed and
maybe
tobacco.
If you just smoked weed.
That's what my
like,
wife
maybe you're
says.
just like on some Willie Nelson shit.
That's what my wife says.
Like,
She's
just roll some
just stop,
raw papers.
Stop smoking the tobacco.
Yeah, because you be going, the Belushis is a little.
It's gross, and I
much.
firmly have an addiction to tobacco again. I might as well just be smoking cigarettes at this point. But I don't know, man. You know what? I've kind of like the back-breaking labor that I've put myself in with this dog rescue shit is like I'm like, I have to be dog shit high to do this job. Like there's no way I could like just go out in the freezing ass cold and walk a dog at 5 a.m. unless I fucking snap a bong rip before I do, or just like a cup of coffee. Like I need that shit. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I don't know. I might have to like experiment with. It's not like I've never taken a break, but I've never taken a significant break. Like never like one worth noting.
Yeah.
Since I was 11. So I don't know. That might
Could be
a,
healthy.
might be a thing to do in 2021.
The thing about it is too, you can always just not, if you ever decide, or you just don't,
or just do, right? Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I could just
It's
smoke.
like maybe you just don't stop.
That's the
maybe
thing.
you stop and then you're just like, hey.
That's the
this is
thing
okay.
about it, like not being meth.
Or you're just like, I'll just
It's
smoke
like
weed again.
it's like, oh yeah, like I could just do this once, or twice or whatever. But like, yeah, that I guess that's like
that is the power to it.
But yeah, I never had like any crazy addictions, so all my like regular addictions are just like seem normal to me.
Yeah.
But it's not normal. No, I'm smoking a fucking like a zip a day. It's fucking bad, dude.
I feel bad because like a lot of the same people here fucks with ruin your day and fucks like that, but like I don't necessarily prescribe to the belief that I have to quit everything. You know what I mean? I feel like I can still like, I've had times where I'm like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna stop smoking a little bit, and I can do it.
Yeah.
To where it's like, this works for me.
I don't think about that much.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that much of like how like I'm very supportive of like the sober community, and like I just be very high the whole time I'm doing it.
Yeah.
So like I don't know if that's healthy or for
I don't know,
just
right?
watching me be high all the time maybe it's good because they're like damn like this fool looks like a mess, but there, quite possibly I look awesome, and then I'm just making you sad and jealous because I'm doing it high. Look at my badass fucking femto hoodie. What?
I don't even know what that is.
It's like a Cuddy Berserk hoodie. It looks like a Black Sabbath album cover, but it's fucking Berserk, which I've been reading a lot. Like that's all I've been doing this whole time.
Yeah, no, I was gonna ask you because like last time I seen you pretty much watched all the things. So any other thing that came out since then, you've watched all of that too.
I've continued to watch all the things. I'm very
Mandalorian was fucking awesome, right?
Fucking so good. Oh
dude.
Wow, when Luke Skywalker popped out,
bro,
such big dick shit. Like I was just like, and so many like grown ass men were crying.
I almost wanted to cry.
I'm not that old. I'm not, and I don't have that.
I'm not even attached to that shit for some reason.
It's just nostalgic as fuck.
I don't know why. I just like I seen it. I was like, no fucking way.
Sunday
no
Venom,
fucking way.
What's good, big dog? Ohms is here.
Like,
Crooked TV is in this bitch. I'm seeing people. I'm seeing guys. Tantrum. What the fuck is good?
Up.
Let's go.
What's up, folks?
Okay, so when the fucking X-wing pulled up, and I was like already like, oh, okay, and then I was like, green lightsaber. I said, fucking Luke Skywalker, you bitch.
But see, the way that he was like hooded, I was like, this is this still?
No,
Darth
I knew
Vader?
they weren't gonna cat off. I told my wife right away. I was like, nah, different. The fucking lightsabers are specifically fucking colored. Like if it was purple, it'd be Mace Windu. That's fucking Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
They're not gonna have it be somebody else. And I was, that was fucking epic. So what else? I'm essentially
a bunch of comics.
I'm essentially fucking Japanese. I just watch, and like if you look at my fucking Netflix suggestions and my Hulu and Prime and shit, so this is what
Have you tried to do that VPN shit and then just like switch your shit and then switch the country things and then you watch all the other things?
Man, let me fucking find out, because I can get everything like on Crunchyroll
Express,
basically simulcast.
it's called ExpressVPN. I haven't tried it yet.
Let me find out.
I just hear about it on podcasts all the time.
No, I know, and they have different countries. They have access.
You just
to
switch your
shit
to Japan or Korea.
Let me fucking find out. There's some shit that I can't watch here that I can.
Oh, there
watch.
is.
I know, but I'm like specifically right now on Crunchyroll. Like I'm just streaming everything that's happening in Japan. I'm watching it like the next fucking day.
So you're turning Japanese again?
I really think so. I really think so. Look, okay, this is what, like, I kind of got off anime for a little bit, and I started watching fucking a bunch of like 70s Yakuza movies. Very specifically, there's a series of films called Battles Without Honor or Humanity. What? How fucking gangster is that? Battles Without Honor or Humanity. And it's like 7 movies, and they're just like, it's from a book called The Yakuza Papers, which is like really like documented Yakuza fucking goonery. And like, it's just like these fools, the way they be operating and the way they shoot at each other is just like, like you can't shoot anybody once. You got to shoot them 50 times, dude, and run around and jump around all fucking crazy while you're doing it. Oh, it's so sick. So I watched all those, and then I like went down a rabbit hole and was watching all these other fucking Yakuza movies. Because I had seen a bunch of like modern ones, but I hadn't watched the 70s ones, which are the shit. Like that's what it's about. Is fucking there's like a specific studio, and they make like there was like an era of film that they called like relentless action or some shit, and they're just, oh dude, that's the shit, bro. Like give me all that. So I was watching that heavy, and then there's a couple animes. Attack on Titan's back. I'm watching that. I haven't seen
that one.
Woo! Oh,
but there's a lot of other ones I haven't dipped into that I still been meaning to.
Attack on Titan is like, it's like, man, it's so fucking like from where it started to where it is now. It's like it just did all the shit you wanted it to do. Like when you're like, you know, you're presented with these like, okay, this is the world. And then you're like, man, what if like this is the world, but what if it was like this? And then like they're like they get there, you know what I mean? Like you start out with just these fucking giant fucking humanoid things eating people, and then like by the 4th season, it's like those things are like tools in fucking combat in a fucking large scale war, and fools are like using Titans to fight fucking tanks and shit. It's just the best. So
holy shit.
That show's sick. There's a show called Jujutsu Kaisen that's fucking sick.
That's what Chase just said. He said, "Can you
fuck
with Jujutsu Kaisen?"
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, no, he's seen all the things.
The fight scenes in that shit. Oh boy, they flow in a way that I've never seen like an anime fight scene flow. Like they are kicking ass on that shit. And God of High School was tight too in that kind of same way. And I thought God of High School was tight, and then I seen fucking Jujutsu Kaisen, and I was like, oh shit, boy, they are gassing. The anime is sick right now. But I've been reading Berserk, which is like, it's like a super long running, fucking like dark fantasy anime. Probably like the best dark fantasy written ever. Like it's fucking Game of Thrones fucking with a big old dick. So, and it's like 49 or 50. I don't know. There's a lot of books, and I'm like on like 17 or 18, and I've been reading a lot. So it's a lot to read, and I'm going to continue to fucking read that shit. That'll be the first like long manga I've ever read. But yeah, just being Japanese, dude.
Just being Japanese, man.
Woo!
Nah, I feel it. That's how the show pretty much started. I was trying to watch Japanese wrestling, and then somehow it just spawned back into being DirtbagDan Show Light.
Yeah, again. Fucking A. And then everyone's like, what, dude? Where's Dan?
This fool destroyed the channel.
Where's Dan? He's like, how? By keeping it going? It's like, no, dude, I destroyed the channel.
I just kind of always thought it was funny.
I destroyed the channel. Don't you give him that credit. I destroyed the channel, God damn it. He revived it. He's out here fucking with paddles, just
every time I go live, this fool's just like, book.
This fool's just hitting a dead body, just fucking woof, woof. This is that fucking one live at a time. He
gets a notification on his phone. He's like, God damn it.
And then I seen that fucking ad today, and the fucking heart started beating. I was like, oh, it's back, dude. The channel's alive. The channel's alive without me, dude. It doesn't even need me anymore. I'm just a fucking guy that had a thing, and it's going on. Like, that's cool, bro. I'm so glad. I hope that fucking somebody takes it from you at some point.
I'm hoping the same thing too.
I want it, man. Let's fucking let this be our fucked up legacy.
Yeah.
Let's instill the need for somebody else to do this. Dude, 5 years.
I've learned so much as just trying to like keep all the fucking things like going and fucking battling, just all the shit from how I started till now, like just fucking hanging around you and shit, to where it's just like I would have never learned that like through any school or fucking.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's the school of hard fucking knocks,
you know
baby.
What I mean? Like,
that's the school of hard knocks. We learned this shit the hard way.
I mean, like, luckily there's fucking Google and fucking folks like fucking Avo and Andrew.
I learned this shit one YouTube strike at a time, baby. Yeah. Just fucking taking my L's. What's up? Oh yeah. That's how. Oh, that's not how you do that. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, boy.
Fuck yeah, man. And yes, you fucking went down to LA though, and you know, what do you think of all the fucking King of the Dog
man
shit?
Like, I think that's really, like, it's so crazy how battle rap changes.
$50,000.
Look, because at the end of
and Marv 1 is the finalist.
End of last year, or like beginning, I can't remember exactly.
And I called that shit like in the beginning. Like I saw like after his second battle, and I got to interview him. And someone's like, who do you think is going to win? I was like, Marv won. They're like, why? I was like, dog, he's told me that he was pretty much like, outside of this tournament, if it doesn't really happen for him, he doesn't really see himself doing anything else. So I'm like, yo, this man's like trying to leave like every single time he's battling, he's thinking this is going to be like my last one. Hey. To where I'm like, that's like a man unintentionally have a very strong fire underneath him. You know what I mean? Because he's thinking he's gonna lose every time.
No, yeah, that's
where he's trying to step out every time.
There's definitely something power. Like I battled that way. Like with the DNA battle was certainly like, and every battle like that happened, like from Shuffle T and Marlowe till DNA, which was only like a handful of battles, was all like my last battle. Like everyone was just like, not like, because I knew it was like, once I battle DNA, I'm fucking done. So every battle that I did was just like, this is it, put it all out there. So I definitely understand that, like, if he's in that mindset, then that's super dangerous to face him, because it's fucking all or nothing every time.
Every
fucking time.
And that's why, like, because someone said, who do you have, Marv or Sane? That's still my answer is Marv throughout the whole time, because it's because of that reason right there. It's like, it's every time. And it's like, and I think after this, Saints, I think Marv's going to win, but Saints going to get lined up for like a title shot like later down the line.
I think that this is like essentially like a storybook fucking outcome to the tournament, where you have the vettiest vet of all, like the most seasoned vet of all, and the most like that's promising upcomer.
That's the way to say that.
Like the guy who has showed the most promise that has come out of like the new batch of battlers. Because I remember watching Saint battle like 3-4 years ago, and being like, okay, fuck. Yeah, that's like, especially knowing that, like,
and he's still young as fuck,
and knowing that he was going to get better.
Yeah,
like, okay, yeah, that's going to be the guy for sure. You know what I mean? You could just tell when you watch fucking people, like, because the performing aspect is the thing that like is just natural to you, and then you'll get better at bars, and you'll get better at performing too. But there's something about like a way that you perform that is just like, it's like that you could tell the difference between like, okay, like that dude's gassing and that dude's like he's got the whole fucking audience in the palm of his hand.
Yeah.
And it's you see that in some of the like these early performances of Saint where you're like, oh yeah, that's going to be the guy for sure.
Yeah.
So to have it be him and Marv at the end is kind of like, it's like, it couldn't have been written better, and especially have it like it was Diz and Saint to lead up to that.
Right.
Because it's like Diz had to be.
That's a passing of a
Saint
torch
had
like a
to be,
motherfucker.
exactly. And he had
And
to
that's
beat
one
him.
Diz did not want, you know what I mean?
No, but also wasn't like, he probably.
It never would have been any other way with Diz,
I think anybody
you
else.
have to take that torch from him if you want to get it from him.
100%. I think anybody else, he probably would have been like mad about it, like not accepting of it. But like because it was
which
Saint,
we've seen, but
because it was Saint, I think he was more accepting of it, like in a way that like was probably,
and it did make sense.
Yeah. So I don't know. That what I was gonna say is that like at the end of last year, the last thing I did, like kind of like I want to fucking, I was kind of deep in the dog shit, but I had like built enough of a break for myself. I certainly wasn't in the position I'm in now because I can hardly leave the house for like a couple hours. So
No, I know it.
So like,
because there was a period you're always coming over here. I got the fucking UFC fight pass, so we can
oh
watch
no,
fights and shit.
I hope you've been watching them shits. There've been some fire fights. Woo!
Some of them I've been missing.
Oh, you're a dumbass.
Yeah.
Look, last thing I did was go do the URL thing with Ruin Your Day.
That's right.
Where I just went and like kind of was crew with them and helped them out. Which was fucking awesome. Shouts out to those dudes. Always great.
Have you fucking seen the where they battled on the set, the movie set, and it's like the street?
No, where's that?
Oh my god, I gotta like just show you that. Keep talking though.
Okay.
But
So last thing I did was that with Ruin Your Day.
I had to.
And it was pretty clear at that point that like because of COVID, URL was the only league at that point that was in a position to do any kind of events, especially to scale. And like it looked like they had like a stronghold on the shit. They had Avocado doing their visuals, the best fucking motherfucker in the business, and they have all like enough of the big name dudes and all the ability to operate. So it was like, fuck, man, like, wow, the landscape's changing in a pretty dramatic way.
Yeah.
And like, ultimately, I was just happy that my dude, Avocado, was there to make sure that it was, like, done right. So then, like, they push him out. And I'm like, oh, shit, okay, wow, like, URL is just going to run away with this shit. And within a pretty short amount of time, like, the Twitch tournament was announced, and it didn't feel like immediately like that was going to be like okay, they'll be like back in the game, or that's a solution or a competition. But now, bro, I don't even hear about the URL shit anymore. It's like the Twitch shit, and I'm just observing battle rap from like an outside perspective now. I'm not like involved. And I'm not like, I don't know inside shit. I don't know what's going on with everything. I'm just like another outside dude. And it like being able to look at it like that, it's crazy to see that it seems like the power shifted in the direction of King of the Dot. Like that's crazy. Like I would have never guessed that at the end of the year, watching that last URL event, that's the way it was going to end up. You know what I mean? Like I almost assumed that during this whole COVID thing that they would be able to maintain their dominance. But I mean, ultimately the worst mistake they made was not continuing to work with Avocado and like letting that, not like just locking him down. It was what, now King of the Dot is like, that's what everybody's watching. Everyone's eyes are on this tournament right now with regards to battle rap. And what'll happen next? Who fucking knows?
And now
some things about battle rap never fucking change. Some things about battle rap change on a fucking dime.
And now too, you look like with the Riot event. I don't know if you know anything about that. That's Geechee Gotti's. Like he hosted the Riot's like Geechee Gotti,
and they're operating through Twitch's King of the Dot
Twitch, and then it's filmed by Avo, and it instantly overnight kind of like took off. And now I'm seeing people like fucking Fate, who I used to see like in the front room in Sacramento, now getting like tweeted by Shoddy Horror because he was watching the King of the Dot Twitch and shit like that. You know?
Yeah.
It's crazy as fuck how that happens. I'm trying to find, dude, like they were
and
battling.
ultimately, because of that, like that's the one. Like people always like to put battle rap in boxes and be like, okay, this is the street battle rap and this is like the funny battle rap or whatever. Like,
yeah,
and I think the bigger leagues like King of the Dot and URL. I mean, URL has always been like very strict about like what kind of league they are and their branding or whatever. But URL has always been like, or I mean, King of the Dot has always been like, we are battle rap, the whole shit, right? So to be able to have like the Riot events on that same channel, it ultimately means you can get all of the same, like if you just feel like you want to watch the street shit or whatever, that's there too, and it's under that umbrella. It just gives more weight to that, to King of the Dot as an organization in battle rap, like because they're covering that base that they weren't considered to be covering like completely before. I don't know. It's like I said, some things change a lot and some things never fucking change.
Right.
To have it be like Marv won in a tournament for $50,000 is like how like WRC's is this, you know what I mean? Like some things just never fucking change.
When they couldn't get to the internet at one of the last venues, someone on the Twitch stream was like, Marv already stole the tapes.
What is it that you're looking for, man? Explain.
I'm looking okay, they battled. Maybe someone in the chat can point me to where I can look this up. I think it's right here. Okay, yep, it's right here. Look at this fucking street they battled on Caffeine.
Oh wow. Okay. What the fuck is this?
Yeah,
is this a fake street?
Yeah, they battled literally like on set where they filmed Sesame Street at.
At the throne, I battled Chilla, Magic,
but
Bird,
it's like
all while I was home. Charlie and Twerk, I was wilding on the road.
Is this fucking you got served?
Stop me
like,
when I'm wrong. That's 5 year rail battles. I just had to make it
that's so
known.
funny. Like the funny. Remember when we fucking we did the battle in front of the fucking like.
Yeah,
big old things, because just like that's where you battle,
and it looked good as fuck because it was real.
And then these fools end up like URL is like renting fucking containers to put in the background of their battle. That's the craziest shit I've ever seen right there. Where we're like, well, if we can't get them on the street, let's just get a street.
It reminds me of The Fucking Room, dude, where they're just like, oh, why do you want to film inside? Like, the set looks just like the alleyway outside. They're like, no, this is big Hollywood movie. That's what I'm feeling. It's like, who the fuck is directing Caffeine? Tommy Wiseau? Like, Jesus Christ.
Yo, that's the best. Why do you want to film? No, it's big Hollywood movie.
There's no Mickey Mouse stuff. They're like, go, I don't care.
Oh my god.
That's why I feel like when I watch that shit,
That's
it's just like, dude, they're
crazy.
like, and someone said that when I was talking shit on one of these episodes. Someone's like, they're literally filmed on like one of the streets that they have Sesame Street on. Yeah. It was just like they put cars and headlights and dimmed it dark so you just couldn't tell. But I'm just like, honestly, like 5-year-old me would be like, that'd be kind of tight, actually. Like,
no doubt, right?
Like battle rapping goods on fucking Sesame Street.
Nice. We battled on a fake street,
and it's Geechee Gotti. Like Geechee Gotti battled goods on Sesame Street. Dog.
That is fucking.
That's
wild.
like that's actually kind of the most gangster shit I've ever heard of in my life.
No doubt. They honest. Really fucked up by not having like Oscar the Grouch.
Yeah,
there.
like they
just
like
a few puppets.
Like, why wouldn't you promote? Like, if you're gonna be on there, you couldn't promote it.
Yeah,
you couldn't get like, what is it, PBS?
But I get like, man, like that's got to be a problem for PBS. Like they don't they don't want to find out that like what kind of bars went off on that block right there.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
No,
boy.
yeah, that shit's wild as fuck. You mentioned it, so I was just like, no, I know you are like aren't in the stratosphere enough to.
It's
know.
just
like
I'll
that
tell
shit
you
was so wild to me when I seen it.
Watching the power shift, being on the outside of it is pretty like. It's like I said, both like interesting and not at all. Like some things never change and some things change all the time. But to be like the guy, like I used to know and I used to have like a sense of when these things would shift.
Yeah.
But just like watching I wasn't aware of any of the King of the Dot tournament stuff before it happened or anything. Like it all just happened.
I feel like King Big Dick just doing our little tournament because that was even before King of the Dot.
I mean,
even
just being
theirs.
able to operate, like I said, being able to do anything this year is amazing. So,
well, no, I just meant like fucking. I announced a tournament. I was like, all right, cool. Nobody's doing nothing. And then it was like a month later. I was like, God damn it.
I'll tell you what.
I was like, of course, people that are perfectly capable can come along and do this shit.
Oh shit.
Well, I mean, yeah, anybody could do it if you have the resources to do this.
Watch me do it in a dumpster.
Yeah, watch me fucking put a V8 in a 4 Pinto, bitch.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
We're gonna burn the tires right off this motherfucker.
Oh my god.
But anyway,
I think I'm super impressed with like I said, anybody who's been able to operate in this year, like
yeah,
King of the Dot was able to like stake a claim
like,
and
excelled
in a time when it was fucking really hard to do anything good. It kind of reminds me of like the UFC becoming like more of an established sport during COVID, because at a time when nobody else could do any kind of live events, like they were like, oh, we can still do fights, dude. Like we'll figure that shit out. And because of that, people were watching fights every weekend, people who weren't watching fights all the time. And I think the same goes for King of the Dot. Like Twitch is a obviously much more popular and accessible platform than Caffeine.
Do you? Oh, okay, Caffeine, yeah, for sure. Oh, popular, yeah, Caffeine. I thought you were almost even just saying like popular them in general. Because
then YouTube,
like, I don't even
so.
really understand what that is now. But
I just mean that like people like Twitch is like established in that world
over
that,
Caffeine
like,
for sure.
Ultimately, Caffeine, like they made that deal with URL to become a bigger.
When I
entity,
seen that,
you know
I said,
mean?
"This is Ether."
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I ultimately, I didn't have negative feelings about it because Avocado was involved. And then as soon as he wasn't involved, then I'm like, oh yeah, they're not in it for the right shit. Because if you're gonna eliminate the part of your shit that gives it substance, or like it's like branding, like ultimately like the look came from him. So then like, and then what? And now it's fucking on Sesame Street. Okay. Yeah, cool. Like that's what I mean. And like I remember him being like, you rented these fucking containers? All right, man. That's crazy. Okay, cool. Like,
yeah, that was even a better one because it was just like a big stage and it was all blacked out, and then they had like 2 containers.
That was the one where they had him like consult, which is ultimately just to have him come there and like look at their shit and be like, wow, this is really dumb.
Oh, that'd be a fire job though. Like just show up like, oh hey, this sucks. Pay me. I'm going.
I'm leaving. This is trash, but
this sucks. You're not gonna let me change it. Pay me.
Thanks for having me at your trash.
I'll be at the next one.
But yeah, no, I think
here's my card.
It's and obviously I think somebody said in the chat that like the feel of the King of the Dot battles is more authentic, and it's like it's pretty clear why that is. It's because the guy who like shaped what we know as battle rap is behind the look of those battles. And when he was behind the look of the other battles, they looked good. There was a time when he was behind the look of pretty much all the battles, but clearly like right now it's really hard to do events. So to be able to make that connection with a much better or more reputable company like Twitch was I think really made the shit.
We got Andrew motherfucking Bower in this motherfucker. He said, how you going to do 100 episodes and not have a single piece of Bonchon in any of them? Disrespectful. You want to hear some real disrespectful shit? I've never had a piece of Bonchon chicken in my life, son.
Oh, that's so
And I've told this man that once, and he's like, I'm going to bring some next time.
Dude.
And there's never been a next time.
Have you seen fucking Andrew?
Yes. No, you look fucking amazing,
Holy
Andrew.
Shit.
You've
That
been
boy.
moist mobbing like a motherfucker.
That boy.
You've been you are godfather of the moist
That
mob
boy
now,
in
sir.
shape, and he was always a big boy. So now I feel like you might could get your ass kicked. You might
I've
get
always could get my ass.
I know,
kicked.
but like
you've
really
seen that motherfucker's
now,
calves?
now there's no chance of like running it out.
That
like he's
fool
gonna
was
catch
like
you too.
I think he was
and
like
then get you.
I think he was like D-line in college or some shit like that.
Hey.
Dog, no.
Big dog.
He spent all of his
Big
time
dog.
just
Big dog.
Chopping.
I'm watching you, boy.
chopping.
So yeah,
chopping and dropping. Chopping and dropping.
Fucking my fucking big dog from the Moist Mob in fucking super shape. And shouts out to Kyle too. Where the fuck you at?
No, yeah, I still got to bring him over and cook
miss my
cook him
boys.
dinner so he can help us with the Twitch because I keep meaning to fucking restream all this.
We can't figure shit out.
We can't figure shit out, fool.
We're at 100 episodes and we haven't figured out Twitch.
No,
homie.
that's what's amazing to me, dude.
That's
I'm like 100 deep, and I'm finally at 100. I'm like, okay, guys, I finally got my shit together.
Oh fuck.
The next episodes going forward, we're gonna do things differently.
Yeah.
Not really, kind of, but
2021, baby, it's a whole new year.
Oh
man.
yeah, absolutely. And like you said, like with the ads and stuff, I already know ways I can utilize the resources I have at my disposal and whatnot.
Dude,
and keep it pushing going forward.
Fucking steroids.
I'm gonna do steroids next.
Steroids.
Nah,
Andrew.
Mexican supplements, fool.
Fucking
Get fucking yoked, fool. Dude, I
Just
better see you.
Neck
I better see
bower.
you in a goddamn wrestling ring, dropping an elbow from the fucking top rope in the next 5 years, son.
Yeah,
I want to see it.
I'm with it. I'm with all the shits.
Just go out like Randy the Ram. Anyway. You fucking were you there for? No, you weren't there for Cody's battle.
I did not go to that.
You were just for the.
I went to which one did I go to?
One with Thesaurus versus Maflex?
No, I went through. It was Diz versus Thesaurus.
Yes,
that's the one I went to, and because we were in town shooting stuff with Doom Shop, we did like a live Doom Shop stream that was sick. And I was just, it was cool to be able to go like peek in and just watch the battles and shit. And what a crazy battle to watch. Thesaurus and Diz was a fucking awesome battle. Kind of bummed that Pete like didn't get to finish his rounds, because I felt like if it was like a closer battle, it would have been more decisive and honestly like the same kind of vibe all the way through if it ended up being Pete that went through instead of Diz at that point. Like still like a West Coast
and
legend.
I think Diz actually said like he's like if a lot of people really felt that like he like his material before he like cut himself at the end was better than mine, he's like, I wouldn't have been that mad at him.
Yeah.
So I was like, holy shit.
I was
like, really?
At the end of the day, like if you're gonna lose, like I said, like it being Saint like was, it sucks, but at the same time, like that it's a torch passing situation, and that at least you're passing it to a capable motherfucker. You know what I mean? So I think the tournament just worked out really like kind of in a movie-esque way, and it'll be cool to watch the finals. Somebody asked Real Deal or Sharon for the belt.
Fuck.
I don't know that Sharon takes 2 L's back to back. You know what I mean? Like him having just lost the tournament to Marv, I'd be really surprised if he didn't have his best performance ever in his next battle.
I don't know.
And that doesn't mean he'll win, because Real Deal's the fucking man. Shouts out to Trevor.
No, yeah, Real Deal's the man for sure. I don't think he's had a battle though since his last title.
No, that's the other thing too, is
whereas
that
Sharon's a little bit more
he's
practice.
He's fucking looser and ready to go.
Which also, maybe could work against him.
He's a suicidal retard.
No, never mind. Yeah, I'm not going to say it works against him because it's Sharon. Like,
just remember, he's a suicidal retard, and that you can never discount the danger of battling a suicidal retard. That you're in for some shit. You know what I'm saying? So either way, it's a war. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that card. I'm definitely going to tune in. I'd love to see, like, either way, no matter who wins, will be kind of dope. I'm definitely pulling for Marv. That's my boy. And
I want Marv to win.
You always just want your like,
that'd be a good great long story for him. Like,
prove that our generation was the best. You know what I mean? Like, let me attach my fucking shallow worth to your greatness.
Because I mean, what was
just one moment?
What was the WRC's like worth that he was in?
What do you mean?
Like, what was there like a purse at the end?
$25K, I think.
So I mean,
but it was twice though, so it was 50 essentially, because they did more than one.
So that's an interesting as fucking long term storyline for him.
100%.
That's almost like it needs to be the only option at this point, because like think of that fucking documentary.
Well, that's what you want to get away from though, is in battle rap, is
True.
Like having the story be wrote before the battle happens. Like, let's just hope they have a fucking awesome battle and the person who has the best performance wins. Because at the end of the day, I think awesome. Like if you get into that mindset, that's why judgments are terrible in battles, because it's a subjective thing. And if you go in with this like, man, I really hope Marv wins thing, like, fuck. I really hope the judges don't go in there like that. But it's like, how could they not? You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, even whoever wins, like it would probably be better if Marv won. And then because Saint will be able to go on and benefit from it in ways that like Marv might not if he loses. You know what I'm saying? Like to have like Saint be like, yeah, wow, you got all the way to the finals in this tournament. You beat all these people. Like, but Marv, it's like, what comes next for you? You know what I mean? Like anything can come next for Saint off a loss.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. That's why like that's exactly why I think Marv's gonna win. That's why it's like it pans out for Saint either way. Yeah. If he wins, awesome. He gets fucking 50K.
Like I said, terrible mindset. Young. We've already decided that Marv is winning and Saint is losing. I'm sorry, Saint. Right? What a bunch of shitheads.
Bias.
It's like you didn't even get a chance. I'm like I just hope they have an amazing battle. And that's like you know what I hope? I hope nobody shits the bed because that's at the end of the day that will be
everybody gets to like put it all on the line.
Oh, that would be painful to watch.
Yes.
To watch somebody lose 50K because they forgot some shit will be
those final type battles like that or those title match battles usually aren't the best either. So
losing sucks. Like when you know you lost. So like knowing you lost,
like promoted heavily
and a lot of money.
Yeah.
Change your life money.
Oh yeah.
Let's be real. 50K, that's change your life money. That's a year fucking of a lot of work.
I'm still mad I lost $100 to Robo fool.
I can't let that go.
This motherfucker gave me $60 because he entered the tournament because it's 50 and he's like, oh yeah, you keep the 10. I was like, fuck you, fool. It's my money anyway. He don't know that, but I'm just sitting there taking my money back and I'm just thinking he's like the Russian from Rounders. Like it's, it's your money anyway.
Cool.
It does not matter.
Oh man. All right, man.
Yeah.
That's it, dude. I'm done.
For sure. No, holy shit, we did go fucking an hour too. Yeah.
I'll come back in a year.
That's a good goal.
I don't
just
think
to fucking make you come back every once a year.
I'm gonna say
a vampire. Like
I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Like I'm not gonna be around, guys. It's like I'm very busy. If you follow the dog rescue page, you'll hear my voice from time to time, but you usually won't see my face because I'm pointing the camera at fucking dogs. I don't intend to do anything beyond the death dealer shit. And the death dealer shit doesn't require me showing my face or having to be like in the world like that. So you won't see a lot of me in 2021, and that'll be a lot different than. Won't be a shit ton different than 2020, but it'll be a lot different than the decade before. I hope I kind of eased folks into it. God bless Ryne for keeping the fucking channel alive, because I do love that this is still here, and I do want this to be like a resource and a platform for my friends and the people who actually want to do something and create some entertainment for people. So fucking stoked that you're keeping the shit going, and I look forward to seeing where it goes the next year. I'll definitely be watching. I won't be fucking here at all, but I'll be watching, and I'll pop in from time to time, and maybe I'll get on camera in like another year. But for now, I'll just be fucking in the shadows, enjoying it all.
Nah, appreciate you, sir. You're fucking huge inspiration. I try to remind you that often because it's true, and fuck yeah, man. Fucking as I tell you all fucking every night, fucking wash your hands, your ass, and wear a mask. Mm-hmm. All that fucking good shit.
That's good. Wash your ass and then your hands and then wear a mask. Don't wash your hands and then wash your ass and then put a mask on. Like start with your ass, then finish your hands up. Throw the mask on afterwards.
There you go.
And have a fucking incredible day. We love you, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Thanks for
episode fucking 100.
100 episodes of Ryne Radio. Shit, here's to fucking.
I appreciate you rolling through just for fucking off the strength of that alone too, because you've always said fucking it's about 100, and I know how to fucking direct this shit going forward now because of that.
No, yeah, dude. It was like I don't even know what buttons to press anymore, and he had like a whole like intro and fucking sponsors.
Fucking stupid ass.
Woo! Oh, yeah. Woo! I'm impressed. All right, fuckers.
Doing the thing.
God bless y'all. Miss you guys too. Follow the dog rescue page. Adopt my block.
No, yeah, for sure. And we're doing the fucking Richard Spud Yacht fucking New Year's Eve cavalcade. Oh, of course, all the donations, live chats, whatever that shit goes directly to Adopt My Block.
And we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it lit for y'all. We're gonna.
You fucks with me, it fucks with this man still.
Yeah, and we're gonna keep
by proxy and whatnot.
We're gonna keep saving these dogs, and just know that if I'm not around, it's because I'm helping puppies out. I like them.
Fuck yeah. Tantrum says, wash your ass with your mask.
There you go. Yeah. That's probably a good idea. All right,
let's get out of here, y'all.
Peace.
Hey, you had the plug, so we was fucking with you straight away. Then you got picked up by them boys and started saying names. You heard we coming through with drums, these ain't no way to waste. You see the smoke come out the stick and then it fade away. Caught him slipping at his granny's crib. Banana clip, hit him right where the bandana sit. Clap his shit, drop him quicker than a bag of bricks. Ain't no game, homie, flame on me like a candlestick. Rap and rob a motherfucker too, like the romper room. Keep a ratchet on me in the coupe, like the sprockets loose. Bet I treat your motherfucking bitch like a prostitute. She see what I'm rocking on my wrist and my pockets too. Roll up in the cutty, smoking rocket fuel. Inside French vanilla, outside chocolate mousse. The way I'm looking, shorty got a lot to prove. She know when it's time to operate to let the doctor through. Ay, my scale don't weigh no grams out. Don't do no handouts. We don't do no handouts. Roll up on the block with them cans out. Man down, I'll gun your man down.
On the Mitchell and Ness. Yeah, that's the line. I ain't saying shit until they give me the check. I have my status hitting critical threat. When I'm slamming that new whip through your set. Sitting passenger got me a bronze bitch from Tibet. She tastes like maraschino cherries and she giving up neck. I told the Lord that I knew her in the biblical sense. He told me isn't she blessed? I got the same blueprints as the best. And y'all missing a step. Hicko wind sign Libra in the Carolina blue pink pinstripe. Beamer in the inside. Peanut butter leather with a dim light. Features be the worst day of your life. If your bitch might see her, she get claimed out of pack. Oh no, she ain't coming back. She threw them braids in my lap. For the money machine, ate up them stacks.
Ay, my scale don't weigh no grams out. Don't do no handouts. We don't do no handouts. Roll up on a block with them cans out. Man down, I'll gun your man down.
Woo! Greetings and salutations, all my little sharkies. My name is Richard Spudguy the Third. That's right. You may know my daddy. You may know my granddaddy. But you may not know me. You see, I am the new benefactor of the counterproductive YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. And I have hired Ryne Radio to host my New Year's Eve Cavalcade 2021 show, baby. So while you're stuck inside because of COVID this year for New Year's, fear not. Because Ryne and all of his little musical friends are going to be hosting a bunch of music videos and live performances and rap battles, and I don't know. He assures me my money is being well spent. That's all I need to know, ladies and gentlemen. All proceeds of this live show will be donated to Adopt My Block Dog Rescue. So kick back, enjoy us from the comfort of your own home, ladies and gentlemen, and know that we're taking care of some dogs in the process. Welcome in 2021 in style with Richard Spudguy in the New Year's Eve Cavalcade.